Please welcome Kier.
I'll say, hey, Sarasota people, how are you doing tonight? That was a little weak. All right, we're going to try it again. When I get to the part where we're saying, how are you doing tonight? If you're doing good, make some noise. If you're not doing good, keep that shit to yourself. Pro tip, sometimes after I say hey, people like to say hey back to me, but that's a personal decision that only you can make. Are you ready, McCurdy's? Let's go. Yeah. Deja vu, baby. I say, hey, Sarasota people, how are you doing tonight? I think maybe we can have some fun. It's McCurdy's, and that's your right. We're gonna do a little comedy show, a rock impression. I think I hurt myself, I'm sure I hurt myself. I'll ask you to rock on, everybody rock. Come on, people, rock on. Oh, thank you guys so much. I'm so happy to be with you. I just spent 2 weeks up until like Friday night, 2 weeks on a Carnival cruise ship. And I gotta say, I'm so happy that I could finally stop eating. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Clap if you've been on a cruise ship before. Oh, my God. I found out you can eat 2 months of food in 1 month. I was so worried, man. I was on the ship, the last ship I was on, I got a conversation with a guy about diet, health. He said his diet plan for the whole cruise was to eat no fried food and no dessert. I said, how's that working out? He says, I'm up to no fried dessert. I was so worried about how much I was eating. I had a pep talk with myself in my little cabin, talking to myself in my little mirror. I said, dude, Tubby, if I may. I said, at the next meal, instead of a dessert, there's nothing to stop you from getting a big bowl of fruit. So at the next meal, instead of a dessert, I got a big bowl of fruit. Whoa, you feel so much better about yourself. And then you start thinking, somebody deserves a reward. I feel like I may be addicted to food. You ever feel like you're addicted to food? Where are my addicts in the room? Come on, addicts. Yes. I love it how people are so honest that they're addicts. Yes. The addicts, they know what I know. You will not change your life until you hit rock bottom. I know what my rock bottom was. I fucking blacked out in Golden Corral. Yeah, eat too much, drink too much on a ship. I didn't know I had a drinking problem. I just thought I had an eating problem, but I got in a conversation with somebody recently about wine. Not an expert, but I feel like I know a little something about wine. He says, how much do you spend on a good bottle of wine? I said, about a half hour. Joined a health club about a month ago. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I am committed to getting in shape. We're the getting in shape people. I don't believe you, sir. Yeah, it's like I joined a health club, like a lot of people, beginning of the year. I joined a health club a month ago. Really excited about it, but I was annoyed by the guy in the club. He toured me around, showed me how to use all the weights. The longer the tour goes on, the more I realize he's talking to me like I'm stupid. He says, hey man, don't do like a lot of people do and kill yourself on the first day, bro. I don't like people to call me bro. He says, start out gradual and work up from there. So for the first month, I've just been driving by the club. Feel the burn. I got a friend at home in Nashville just recently told me he started an all whiskey diet. Said he's already lost 3 days. All right, clap if you've ever seen me before. Well, that hurts. My career's taken off. Well, if you've seen me before, or if you haven't seen me before, I'm going to take you on a little bit of a musical journey if you're willing to go. Are you willing to go? We're going to do some impressions of famous singers. The first impression of the night. A singer, one of the funkiest guys who ever sang. My impression of the singer, Prince. Is there anybody here from the Minnesota area? Right there and right there. What's your name, ma'am? Bridget? I was doing a show in Minneapolis, and this guy said, hey, can you do an impression of Prince? Because he's from here, you know. Did you ever go ice fishing? That's a good decision, because that's fucked up. It's in Minnesota. I'm driving, I'm seeing lakes. I'm from the South. I'm driving, I'm seeing lakes and rivers frozen solid, and nobody's doing anything about it. I get far enough north, I realize they are doing something about it. They're pushing their outhouses out on the lake. Stopped for gas. I said, are those ice fishing sheds? He said, those are beer drinking sheds. So I started asking the guy all about ice fishing. The conversation went on forever, and I just wanted to end the conversation. So I said something that blew his mind. I said, how long does it take to cut the hole in the ice big enough to fit your boat? So Bridget, I'm in this club in the Twin Cities, and there's 2 famous singers from the Twin Cities. One is Prince, and the other is an old singer who's also from Minnesota. That would be Bob Dylan, exactly. Prince and Bob Dylan, 2 diametrically opposed voices. Guy in the club in Minneapolis, he says, okay, can you do Prince? At that time, I didn't do Prince. He says, okay, how about Bob Dylan? He's from here, too. I said, man, you just asked for Prince and Bob Dylan at the same time. You are eclectic. Kind of pulled this out of my back pocket. I've been doing it ever since. Prince, Bob Dylan, at the same time. And I'd like to answer the question that some of you have. The answer is, because you can't stop me. He was really short. Here's my favorite part of the impression, the funky part. Here's the Bob Dylan part. Some of you look scared. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. I just want your extra time. You know, the people under 30 go, I guess that's a good Bob Dylan impression. How the fuck would I know? Isn't that guy dead? Most of my impressions are classic rock. And people say, why'd you choose classic rock? Actually, classic rock chose me because folks, look at me. Let's be honest. I'm old as hell. You didn't have to agree with that quite so readily. Couple reasons I knew I was old. Number one, at a show on the ship I was on last week, me and the other comedian, funny guy named John DeCrosta. End of a show, the room had cleared out. There's 6 people, young, beautiful women, part of a bachelorette party, kind of partying with us. There's this one super hot girl. She's hugging all over me, kind of flattered. And I finally said, sweetie, you realize I'm old enough to be your brother? And John DeCrosta says, her grandbrother. The only reason I knew I was also old because I just had my first colonoscopy. Where are the colonoscopy people in the audience? Come on, be proud. Yes. Yes. I appreciate you clapping. Put your ass out there as an example to the young people. Young people, you won't believe this because I didn't know this. When you get a colonoscopy, when you leave, they give you a printed out picture of your ass. I'm not making this up, right? It's like Olin Mills photo day at elementary school. Remember the little cut picture? Give it here, Nana. My girlfriend framed one, put it on her desk at work. She says, I always knew you're an asshole, now I have proof. All right, my next impression is an impression I'm gonna need someone to help me from the audience, and I feel like it's this young lady in the white slacks, the gray shirt, the short hair, and the glasses. Would you help me with an impression? There are stairs right there. I will meet you right there. Give her a hand. Here she comes. Come on up, man. Come on. Where are you from, Gene?
New Hampshire.
Come up a little closer, Gene. You got your own fan club right there, Gene from New Hampshire. All right, Gene, you and I, the Canadians, are going to love this. We're going to do my Neil Young impression. That's that old guy singer from Canada who plays guitar, sings, and plays harmonica all at the same time. And Gene, I can tell you from experience, right now the Canadians, I like telling them I'm from the South because they think that means Toronto. All right, Gene. What's happened is I've lost the apparatus that holds the harmonica. That's where you come in. Are you willing to help, Gene? Gene, is this one of these people's with you? This gentleman here, related, friend, family?
No.
Don't know him at all. Is it too late for me to get someone else? Who is this guy sitting next to you, Gene?
I don't know.
You honestly don't know him. Do you know the people sitting on the other side of you?
That girl over there.
What's her name? Leslie? What is Leslie to you, Gene?
Best friend of 57 years.
Leslie, I know you care about Gene, and I know the guy next to him does not care at all because she doesn't know him. Leslie, I want to give you a safe word. If you feel uncomfortable at any moment while I have Gene on stage, you just yell out the word parallelogram, and I will stop the routine and untie everyone. All right, Gene, in my back pocket, I have a CDC-approved harmonica. Are you willing to help? Put your right hand out. Take the harmonica like this. When I wink, Gene, you're going to put the harmonica, let's turn it over. You're going to put the harmonica right here. Keep your hand on the harmonica. No, you look like you're going to try to play that. You don't want to play that. You don't know where this has been. Leslie's going, don't play it, Gene. All right, Gene, when I wink, you're going to put the harmonica right there. You can use the other hand to anchor right there. When I wink again, you take it back away.
Okay.
That's all there is to it. Me and Gene do Neil Young. Let's start at parade rest, okay, because that thing could go up. Right. Leslie, are you ready? Okay. Dude who doesn't know her, are you ready? He doesn't give a fuck. Gene's gonna be famous. Okay, Gene, so remember, I'm gonna wink, and you'll bring the harmonica up here. Otherwise, I'm just fucking hyperventilating. Okay. All right, we're gonna start again. Okay, let's review. You've maybe never done this before, Gene. And you're so bad at it, I'm hoping you don't ever do it again. All right, Gene, well, I'm gonna wink. That's with this eye. You can forget about this eye completely. That's why God gave me a bridge to my nose. All right, I'm gonna wink. You're gonna put the harmonica here. Let's practice. Wink, harmonica here. I wink again. You take it back away. Put it. I want the harmonica in the middle of the microphone. Don't beat on the microphone. All right, you ready? Parade rest. Okay. New Hampshire. All right. Gene thought that was a code word all of a sudden. She needs to go to Queen's University. You ready? Don't push on my teeth. Just on the microphone now. Y'all, this can take a long time. You're pushing hard on that thing. You want to leave this? Okay. Don't get an attitude with me, Jane. wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Just whenever it works out for you, Gene. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. Just force it if you have to, Gene. That dude's going, that's what I do. Yeah, just wax on and wax off. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. All right, big finish, Gene. Gene's going all Simon Says on my ass now. Captain, we're running out of threats. Fuck you, that's a Star Trek joke. Come on, Gene. Come on, come on. Gene and Leslie a hand. Oh, you guys are so good. You guys, so nice. I was thinking when I was talking about being old and doing a show for you folks here, people always ask me, how did you get started in comedy? And it's kind of weird. I grew up with a dad singing music in barbershop quartets. How cute is that? I had a lady say, what's a barbershop quartet? I said, that's like a gospel group without the soul. Love my dad. A lot of my friends fought with their dads. I didn't fight with my dad, but I was embarrassed by my dad's job. My dad was an engineer. He managed a plant that made jockstraps. My dad made jockstraps. One night at dinner, I said, Dad, I'm embarrassed to tell people what you do for a living. He says, you tell your friends your dad supports the world? Said, I think that just made it worse. At the end of his life, my dad called me to his bedside. He says, son, I want you to do something for me when I'm gone. He said, I want you to tell my favorite joke from my barbershop quartet show. He said, do you know what that is? I said, I know exactly what that is. So right now I'm going to tell you my dad's favorite joke. If you like the joke, think of it as me telling you a joke with my dad up in heaven. And if you don't like the joke, it's just on him. 3 guys are going to work one day, a doctor, a priest, and an engineer. Halfway through their coffee in the morning, they decided none of them wanted to go to work. They decided they'd rather go play golf. So they go out and they gear up, played a couple holes. They're in a really good mood. They got the course to themselves. And then they come up on a foursome in front of them that's going super slow. Going, oh man, these guys are going to kill us. They call the club managers over, caught his eye, come over. What's the problem, gentlemen? I said, these 4 guys are going so slow. Can you do something about it? Club manager says, that's 4 blind firemen who lost their sight putting out a clubhouse last year when it caught fire. And we let them play whenever they want. The doctor says, I think I know an ophthalmologist may be able to help them. The priest says, I'll pray for those young men. And the engineer says, why don't they play at night? We're of that 40s generation. They loved music, and those people would dance no matter what. When I was a kid, they always had one radio station on at all times. It was called The Music of Your Life. Frank Sinatra, Doris Day. No matter where they were, if the music of your life came on, they would dance. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. My mom would go, oh dear, they're playing our song. I thought forevermore that would be the music of your life radio station. Guess what? that shit kind of changes generation to generation. Doesn't stay the same. Let's say you grew up in the 70s. Where the people went to school in the 70s? Where you people? When you guys are in the retirement home and you go to put on the music of your life radio station, it's not gonna be Frank Sinatra. You know it's gonna be, hey mama, said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Oh, they're playing our song. That part stays the same. Oh, it only gets worse after that. Let's go up a couple generations. Where the young whippersnappers went to school in the 90s. Where are you people? 90s. Oh, man, you are so screwed when you get old. Imagine you getting romantic with your loved one when you're about 80 years old. Turn on the music of your life, something sweet, soothing, and romantic. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Any other brother can't deny. Queens people. I was a terrible student when I was in school. The day I realized what a bad student I was taking a multiple choice test. And I realized at question 20, I answered like this. Well, shit, I haven't used D in a while. I'm going to ask a question of everybody in the audience. You have to answer one way or the other. If you are either in school now or if you were ever in school, group 1, you did not make really great grades. You were not at the top of your class, but you had a damn good time. Group 1. Yes. Group 1. These are my people right there. Hands down. Group 2, by show of hands, group 2. You studied hard. You made good grades. Be proud of yourself. Smart people. Group 2. All right. I'd like to ask Group 2 to keep your hands up for just a minute. Group 2, I speak for Group 1 when I tell you we'd like to file by your tables and lean down and ask if that was fucking necessary. I also grew up Catholic in the South. There were not many Catholic people. I think people thought we were weird. There were not Catholic people where I was growing up. I think that's changed a little bit. Clap if we have any Catholic people here. Catholic people? Sound like about 30 people, including me, who feel guilty for no apparent reason. I was an altar boy when I was a kid. My parents were proud of me. I got in a little trouble on Easter Sunday, if you've never been to Catholic Mass. The altar boy rings the bells right after the priest says some big thing in Latin. Edum Dominus Nobiscum shredded wheat. And then you're supposed to ring the bells. I was 14 years old. The whole parish is looking at me. My brothers, my sister, my girlfriend. I'm having my first identifiable rock and roll fantasy. I'm on the altar thinking, somebody's played the fuck out of some bells. I feel like Mick Jagger and Pete Townsend rolled up into one. I grab the bells, I look at the priest, I go, I said, take it, Father, I've been shattered, look at me. Try telling that shit in confession. Religion's a funny thing, man. You grow up with iconic religious things, you think everyone grows up with that. Then you find out they have their own weird shit they grew up with. Recently I had a conversation with my best friend in Nashville. He says, how Catholic did you grow up? So I was trying to think of the most Catholic thing I could think of, and I came up with it, baby. I said, in my bedroom, as a kid, the faceplate for the light switch had a cup of holy water attached to it. Just found some more Catholic people. Cup of holy water here, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph on the top, baby. You bless yourself and you go to bed. My friend says, man, I do not want to be a know-it-all about your religion, but I don't think God wants water that close to electricity. I said, I cannot argue with that. You guys, I'm going to finish my set with a little bit of rock and roll, if that's okay. Is that okay with you? You guys enjoy the rest of the night. It's going to be fantastic. You're just a fantastic audience. You've been so nice, and I appreciate that a lot. Give yourselves a hand. All right. This last thing is called The History of Rock and Roll Guitar Riffs, according to me. A whole bunch of music goes by really fast. Part of the game is when you recognize the band, yell it out. Whoever gets it first won't win anything. But your friends will think you're cool. McCurdy's Comedy Club, are you ready to rock? That'll have to do. All right, Donnie, let's crank this up in the house as much as seems reasonable. Here we go. for the old people. Yeah, somebody said it, Beatles. All right, watch out. Who is it? Ozzy Osbourne. If you're not true, Ozzy Osbourne is, Gene. I'll give you a little hint. Fucking bullocks! Grew up on a farm or a ranch or watching TV in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. Yeah, somebody said it. Bonanza. No, not Rawhide. That's a gay movie. Not there's anything wrong with that. Whenever you do that, I hear some old guy going, no, we're getting somewhere. All right, let's go. We're going to skip that. How about this? For the grunge generation. Well, the lights out. This is dangerous. Here we are now. In a chain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Contagious, stay the fuck away from me. I am dumb enough on my own. By the way, put on a mask. All right, here comes your big solo, McCurtis. People help the white people. Talking about my girl, my girl. Na, dance with me. And now one of the most famous songs written in the history of rock and roll. Can you get those special lights we talked about for this one? Perfect. As my mom used to say, staircase to heaven. If you're over 50, you want to make out right now. If you're under 30, you're going, that's just fucking gross. Hey, y'all been a blast. We'll see you next time.